everyone, it's Kritika. Welcome back to my channel. I am in Penang in Malaysia right now. This is what it looks like. It's honestly so beautiful. So I wasn't really planning on vlogging while I'm here. I'm here for New Year's. This was basically a 5-night trip, a very spontaneous last-minute trip, which was just for fun to relax for New Year's. But this place is so nice that I thought I'll vlog a couple of days while I'm here. So Penang and Malaysia in general, surprisingly, is very inexpensive this time of year. Normally for New Year's, I feel like everything is just anywhere in the world so expensive. Even in India, like anywhere you want to travel to is super expensive. But I was just randomly looking up flights on Skyscanner to see where I can fly to and found really affordable round-trip flight tickets. I think I paid 20K for my flights and the hotels were also like quite inexpensive. I actually ended up using my credit card points to get the hotel, so it was basically free. But otherwise also it was only like 9,000 rupees per night or so, which I feel like for New Year's is super inexpensive. And normally if you're doing a trip to Penang, I feel like you would stay in this area called Georgetown, which is the historic like center of the city. I've been to Georgetown a couple of times already, but I decided to get this hotel here by the beach. It's really nice. I'm staying that building over there at the Mercure on Penang Beach, and the view from my room is just so spectacular. I feel like because this is a year-end trip, this is like a really nice and relaxing view to have. And cabs in Malaysia are super inexpensive. So if I want to go to Georgetown, it's only 200 rupees or so. So I think this location works out better for my purpose. But otherwise, I feel like there's a lot more to explore in Georgetown, which is basically what I'm going to be doing today and taking you all along with me. So after a 20-minute cab ride, I've made it to Georgetown, which is basically the capital of the island of Penang and also the historic center. It's quite a massive area, so there's actually a lot to see over here. But a quick history lesson for you. Georgetown was actually the first British settlement in Southeast Asia. But we're starting off by exploring one of the most popular streets here, the Armenian Street. Armenian Street in Georgetown is a colorful mix of history and art. So this here is Armenian Street. It's super vibrant and very lively. Also very touristy because I think this is the most packed I've seen Penang. From the iconic little children on a bicycle mural to quirky shops and cafes, there's so much to explore. Once a hub for the Armenian community, it is now a blend of old world charm and modern creativity. You can grab a coffee, snap some photos, and soak in the vibe of this place. There's also a ton of really nice street art, so it's been amazing just walking around here and checking everything out. There are so many cute stores here on Armenian Street and I'm very tempted to do some shopping. So Penang is really known for its food, and as you can guess, most of the food is non-vegetarian. But there are tons of food courts here where you get vegetarian options as well, and there are lots of vegan restaurants too. So I'm in one such food court right now. It's massive, and I've just come for a quick bite. There's this cucumber Chinese dish that I tried over here, which is just so amazing. In fact, I did vlog that meal as well, and I'll insert that clip sometime in this video. But yeah, I was just craving that, so I've come for that right now, and I'm so excited for it. Another thing to check out when you're in Penang are the clan jetties. So basically there are a bunch of different jetties here belonging to different Chinese clans, and they're essentially like a group of houses of different clans built on the water on wooden stilts. The one I'm on right now is the Tan jetty, and you're also walking by houses, so it's quite an interesting sight to see. So this next jetty I'm checking out is called the Chu Jetty. This is, I think, the most popular one here, and there are tons of stores and it's definitely more touristy, and there are way more people here. It's been such an exhausting day walking around. I feel like we explored quite a bit, and the weather is also really hot, so it's been very exhausting. But nevertheless, for dinner, I've come to this place called Auntie Gaiklin's Old School Eatery. It's a Michelin star restaurant, and my friend Sherry actually recommended this place to me, so I really wanted to try it out. It took almost over an hour actually for us to get a table here. So this place is clearly quite popular. But this restaurant basically serves Nyonya cuisine, which I actually hadn't heard of before. But it's kind of like a mix of Chinese, Malay, and Indonesian cooking techniques. So I'm quite excited to try out the food here. My drink is already here. I ordered like this rose milk type of thing, which to be honest looks a bit Indian to me. Let's try it out. Oh my god, this is so good. This is super refreshing. The food is looking so good. So I've gotten some rice, some pickled vegetables, an aubergine dish. Oh my god, this tastes so good. The rice especially is very flavorful. And I ordered this aubergine main course with it. Everything is just so flavorful. It's really delicious. Hey everyone, off to a bit of a late start today. Kind of just like lazed around in the hotel and at the beach this morning. But right now I am at Penang Hill and this is the view from here. So Penang Hill is one of the most like popular attractions here and it's actually a group of hills. We are on top of one of these hills right now, and to get on top of this hill you can either hike up, which is a 3-hour hike, or you can take a funicular ride, which is what we did. It's quite a steep funicular ride and takes like 5 minutes. Something to keep in mind if you're traveling here is that this place is extremely crowded and the funicular only runs like every half an hour. So if you don't want to stand in line, definitely get the express pass, which is what we did. It's a bit expensive, but I think definitely worth it to avoid the queue because we saw the queues here and it's pretty insane. But anyway, we've made it to the top. The view from here is really nice. There are a lot of free and paid attractions over here. We got tickets to go check out the habitat, so let's head there and see what that's like. I am now inside the habitat and it is so peaceful in here. So this is basically like a rainforest experience here in Malaysia, and this was built by the British East India Company back in the 1800s. So there's like a 1.6 kilometer long nature trail that you can walk on, and I think there are a bunch of things to do inside here as well. But honestly, the time of day we've come here, which is like 6 p.m, it's so empty, so it's literally us over here, which is really nice. One of the attractions here at the habitat is the Curtis Crest Treetop Walk, which is where I am right now. It's like this circular walk in the middle of the habitat, and the views from here are just spectacular. You can see the ocean, and this is actually the highest viewing point in all of Penang, and the views are just insane. This view actually kind of reminds me of Kauai in Hawaii. Very similar tropical rainforest vibe here. Done at the habitat. This place was totally worth checking out. It's so beautiful, and I don't know if this is how empty it is usually or if it's just because we're here late, but it's been really nice and relaxing. And in fact, this place is open until 9 p.m. So I think at 7:30 p.m. they have like this free walking tour where they show you like night animals and stuff. So that might be interesting to check out as well. But right now we're heading back into the city to go get some dinner. After all that walking, I've built up quite an appetite. So I wanted to try out some Malaysian food. There are tons of vegan cafes here in Penang, and I'm in one such vegan cafe called Pinjin. I've ordered myself a nasi lemak, which is this meal that you see here. So there's some nasi lemak, which is the rice, but it comes with some stir-fried vegetables, peanuts, some sambal, and I've ordered a rendang curry, and there's aplam. This looks like a solid meal, so I'm super excited for it. And in fact, this place was actually recommended to me by one of you guys on Instagram. So shout out to Varsha. Thank you so much for recommending it. The food is looking amazing. Let's dig right in. This is really delicious and definitely worth trying out if you're in Malaysia. I also got some fried mushrooms for appetizers, which were also really nice. So this is a lot of really good food. So I've now come to this speakeasy in Georgetown. It's called Backdoor Bodega, and it was literally inside this store behind this inconspicuous door. The drinks here are very like Penang themed, and they've got some really interesting drinks. I've ordered myself this drink called Eugene, which basically has mishti doi in it, and gin, and some yuzu, and I think lime. It looks really good. Let's try it out. Oh my god, this is so delicious. Like, I was not expecting this combination to taste this good, but this is really delicious. And this place is so cool. I really like the vibe over here. I forgot to mention, but today was New Year's Eve, so at midnight we got to see some fireworks.
3, 2, 1.
There's so much more to do here in Penang. You can easily spend hours walking around Georgetown. There's a lot to do here both during the day and at night when it's very lively. There are also some nice beachside restaurants and cafes like this one called Biru Biru, which was super aesthetic and the food was great as well. But as you can tell from this vlog, I spent most of my time here just chilling and eating great food, and here's one of my favorite meals from this trip. So for dinner, I've come to this place called Coco Island Street Food. As you can see, there are tons of like street food stalls over here, and the place looks really nice. There's basically a lot of like Southeast Asian cuisine, so you'll find like Thai, Malaysian, Indonesian, Vietnamese food, even like Hong Kong style dessert and stuff. I was a bit skeptical that I wouldn't find vegetarian options here, but surprisingly there's tons of veg food. So I've gotten myself some cucumber, mushrooms, scallion pancakes and fried rice, and the food is looking really good, so I'm gonna dig right in. Oh my god, the food here has been so good. The flavors of Asian food are just insane. Enjoyed every single thing that I ate. But for dessert, I've gotten myself this condensed milk egg waffle. That's all from Penang. Wishing you all a very happy 2025, and I'll see you next time from another place. Bye!